Asylum Hunt's several sponsors of the Trilby Tour. The perfect gentleman's playground.
Welcome to the Trilby Tour, and this week we're at the Nottinghamshire. And while the country finds itself in the grip of the wettest drought ever, well, you know what they say, if you play golf in the rain, you're going to get wet. Bring it on!
And on we go with the 2012 Trilby Tour arriving at the Nottinghamshire Golf and Country Club and their two 18-hole courses, the Open and the Masters. The Nottinghamshire Green staff have managed to get the Open course playable when many other courses in the country have been closed due to the heavy rain that has flooded large areas of the UK. And you know what they say? Red sky in the morning, shepherd's warning. The forecast is for sun and heavy showers as another packed field of Trilby Tourians take on this genuine Parkland challenge for a place in the top 10 and a ticket to the Trilby Tour World Championship final come the end of the season. The venue might be new, but the first tee Trilby tension remains the same as ever.
Beyond the game, gentlemen.
As we head into the 7th event of this season, this is the story so far on the 2012 Trilby Tour. At Trevose Golf and Country Club, we crowned the first regional champion of the season as Nick Gammon claimed the Trilby Tour Championship of Cornwall on his home course. At Frilford Heath Golf Club in week 2, the Trilby Tour's very own pantomime villain Paul Rocky Llewellyn entered the history books along with James Killer Vose as the only men to defend a regional title. Llewellyn now has 2 Oxfordshire titles and a World Championship playoff appearance to his name. In week 3, the tour headed back to Old Thorns Manor Hotel Golf and Country Club for the Championship of Hampshire, and another new winner was crowned as reigning champion Duncan Sealing relinquished his title to Old Thorns member Nick Haig. Berkshire once again provided its fair share of drama in week 4 when Caversham Heath Golf Club hosted this year's event, and with it a high-pressure playoff eventually won by Richard Tinklin to become regional champion number 4 of 10. For the second consecutive year, the magnificent Rockcliffe Hall was the backdrop for the Trilby Tour Championship of Durham, won in 2012 by John Hughes. In week 6, it was back to an old favourite, the KP, as the playoff went into overtime before Keith Richardson sunk the winning putt to beat Neil Spratt and claim the Championship of Yorkshire on the 3rd trip up the 18th. And so in week 7, the Nottinghamshire becomes the latest and very welcome addition to the Trilby Tour rollercoaster roster. Coming up on this week's show, Rogues Gallery remains the delicious pudding at the end of today's golfing banquet. We'll have news on who made the top 10 cut and booked their ticket to the Trilby Tour World Championship final at Stoke Park. It's a funny old game, eh? And with its extensive programme of refurbishment complete, the Nottinghamshire is keen to show off its golfing wares, and Bill Mackenzie is our guide.
We're very proud of what we've achieved here at the Nottinghamshire. I mean, it's been a 7-month refurbishment programme that's actually come together beautifully just in time for today's event. So hosting a great event like this is a great reward for all the hard work that's gone in over the last 7 months.
And as always, winner takes all remains the Trilby Tour playoff mantra, and we'll have highlights coverage from a high-quality top 4 dust-up later in the show. For now, though, it's time to get on with the action. So, Matt Woods, a new course, the Nottinghamshire.
Yeah, and in fantastic condition. Greenkeepers have done a wonderful job to get it playable. The weather this summer has been absolutely shocking.
Chris Ashworth out in Group 7, so already made his way to the 14th hole, and we're getting reports of some pretty serious weather coming in today. It's going to be a mixture of sunshine and showers. Kohler then second into one of the feature holes, par 4 4th here at the Nottinghamshire.
And a sensible decision to allow the players to play preferred lies today. Yeah, just with the course as wet as it is, opportunity to pick up a bit of mud.
Now Daniel Haggerty, he's second into the 15th and going pretty well on 30 points. Oh, he's opted for the aerial route over the top of that big tree, and that's a super shot.
Yeah, and something we'll see a lot of today, a lot of backspin. Green's nice and soft, so it's going to give the players a chance to really attack the flag. Caddy loving every moment of it. Now 4 points through 3 holes, needs to make something happen, needs to get something off and running, and this will be a great way to start that ball rolling. But a solid little par there on the 4th.
Yeah, Chris Ashworth, quality golfer, but he had an absolute shocker on the Trilby Tour last year.
Didn't he have 0 points through 5 holes?
He was heading towards his front 9 without a score, and William was on his back all day, but looking a lot tidier this year round. He's got that steely glare in his eye, hasn't he, Matt?
Yeah, looking very calm. Now look at that backdrop. Absolutely fantastic, but the golfers will not be enjoying watching that. Outside par opportunity.
Not quite happening for Colvine. And I guess it's the time of day when we can start talking about scores, Matt, and on this sort of course in these conditions, what is going to make top 10, do you think, or top 4?
The scoring will be quite good today. Target golf with the greens being so soft, also the greens running beautifully. Dennis would go on to score 33 points and currently in a tie for 10th place, so that's an early marker.
Yeah, we've had plenty of traffic on the leaderboard so far this season, and a lot of shootouts as well. Ashworth then for par at 14. Oh dear.
I think that's just caught the right edge and stayed out. So I wonder how costly that will be come the end of the day.
And in the end, that kind of thing kept happening. It was frustrating for Ashworth, and just shows you how well he's playing. 37 points was still achieved, which made him the clubhouse leader.
Now Kohler giving this his full attention. Par putt here on the par 4 4th, and he would go on to score a very impressive 34 points, which is currently in a tie for 3rd place.
Yeah, so mid to high 30s, looking in with a shout at a playoff place, top 4. And Daniel Haggerty certainly heading in that direction. This for birdie.
Yeah, after that stunning second shot over the tree, just allowing the spin to bring it back level with the flag. So a great chance here and a good roll.
Oh yes.
And the caddy having a whale of a time.
A great score for Daniel, and well inside top 4 at the moment. Now back at the first, William is involved in a domestic by the sounds of it.
Craig, the old man, Wayne, has said he wants to beat you today and beat you badly, and yet said you're one of the favourites to win today.
He's very ambitious. I can't fault him for that, and I hope he is. I think he'll definitely finish second. Definitely.
So he's a good player too.
Yeah, he'll be one of the favourites too. Definitely.
Wayne, if your son was in the final and you're in the final, are you going to do the fatherly thing and sort of back off and let your son win and take the prize, or are you going to just smash him out of the way?
I'll get absolutely hammered for it by my wife, Craig's mum, but I'll still do it. I'll still have to beat him.
And has it come to a time, you know, as a father and son, where you realise your son is actually better at things than you, and you have to step aside, or have you not reached that point yet?
Not yet, but he's getting closer. He's aspiring to be as good as his old man, and hopefully one day he will achieve it.
Craig, what have you got to say about that?
I think this will be the day. It's got to be the day.
This is the one where you become sort of alpha male within the Barrett family.
That's
yeah?
it. Take it over.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yes, I said involved in a domestic, but as I suspected, I think it was William that started it. Barrett Senior, though, couldn't finish it. The door was well and truly open for Barrett Jr. to claim his place at the head of the family table. Not an inspired finish by Craig, but a good round. 30 points, not enough to qualify, but plenty enough for bragging rights for the next 12 months over Dad. And keep an eye out for Wayne and a classic Rogues interview later in the show. Right, here's William with another interviewee.
Mark, first time? Kettering boy?
Yeah, Kettering boy, first time. Looking forward to it.
My missus is from Kettering.
Was she really?
Yeah.
Well, nice place to come from.
She didn't say that.
Well, some might say something different.
Top 10 good, top 4 great, and if you won today?
That'd be a miracle, but I'd love to.
Would you be a Kettering celebrity?
Yeah, I'd be a celebrity down Kettering Golf Club. No doubt.
And cue applause in the Spike Bar at Kettering Golf Club. What a good sport. Mark Patrick, ladies and gentlemen. Now, here's William with a few more Trilby Torians.
Top 10, top 4?
Top 4, hopefully.
Top 4?
Top 4.
What are we playing off?
10.
So you got a few shots, you're a good player.
Sort of. Not playing very well at the moment, but yeah, it's coming
So
together.
you're expecting a miracle then?
Possibly, yes.
Yeah.
But no, I should be
Not
there.
playing very well, but I'll finish top 4.
Yeah.
And if you won today?
Be a great result. We'll really look forward to the final. Stoke Park, just down the road from where I am. So, pop out of bed and straight there.
So you know Stoke Park well?
No, never played it before. But,
so local knowledge not really applying here.
Yeah, but hopefully get a chance to play it. If we get there, be good.
In case you play well.
Thank you very much.
What do you think will get us into the top 10?
I would have thought 34 upwards would probably be doing okay today.
What are we playing off today?
15 dead.
So you've got a few shots then?
11.
You're going to use them well?
I hope
wisely?
so. I hope so. I've got a good caddy with me. I had a lesson last night, and as my caddy does what Pro told me to do, then at least I should keep it in play.
We're going for a better finish?
Hopefully, yeah. Not too good last year.
I know.
Really enjoyed the event there. Fantastic, well organised.
But the wheels came off your game, didn't it?
Yeah, they did actually. Yeah. Yes.
You crumbled, didn't you?
No, I wouldn't say I crumbled.
No?
Yeah. No, definitely not.
What did you score last year?
29.
And you're saying that's not crumbling?
No, that's good for me, was it? I'm well happy with that one.
29's not going to get you here today, so...
No, we're aiming for 34 today.
34 get you top 10, I'd say.
So, would it, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be happy with that.
Well, Matt Woods, what a great insight into what it's like to play on the Trilby Tour.
Yeah, fascinating to see how honest everybody is. Now, Mark Rosenbrook, after that stunning second shot, birdie opportunity up this Mackenzie Green.
And it was honestly a better score by one anyway.
4 more years and he'll qualify.
Yeah, I like the maths on that, Matt. We shall see. But Mark Rosenbrook, for the moment, not in, but Vince Smith gave himself an outside chance. The 8 handicapper ended up on that bubble, and 33 points was certainly looking like a shootout to qualify for the World Championship final at Stoke Park. Now this man, Druids Glen, 2 years ago, our first Trilby Tour televised hole-in-one, and he hit it in the shootout, no less. Unfortunately for Ian Clark, missed opportunities like that cost him a direct entry into the playoff, but 35 points should certainly be good enough to make top 10. More to come after the break.
The perfect gentleman's playground. William Hunt Savile Row sponsors the Trilby Tour.
Welcome back to the Nottinghamshire Golf and Country Club in the eponymous Trilby Tour Championship. Owner Alan Hardy has shown real vision with this multifaceted venue in recent times, and Managing Director Bill Mackenzie was on hand to talk to us about developments.
Being associated with a well-known brand like the William Hunt Trilby Tour is a great fit with our own desire to have a great brand name and grow our credibility in the golfing industry and hospitality industry around the Midlands. We've had 7 months of hard work since the refurbishment started, both inside the clubhouse and out on the course. So the greenkeeping staff have been working tirelessly to change holes, make the course in the great condition it is today, as well as the inside of the clubhouse being completely refurbished, just under £1 million worth of investment gone into the whole complex. Actually come together beautifully just in time for today's event. So all the things you see around you are a result of good planning and great execution and a lot of hard work. So it's brilliant to have so many visitors from all around the Midlands yourselves here, of course, and hosting a great event like this. It's a great reward for all the hard work it's going in over the last 7 months. We've got several featured holes. We've changed a lot of tee positions. We've introduced some lakes, relocated quite a number of trees to make the course more interesting and more challenging. Of the featured holes, if you take the fourth for example, it used to be a par 5, it's now been changed to a par 4 with a new tee position. Being classed by the Notts assessors that do the standard scratch has been the hardest par 4 in the county. I think I really love the second. The second is one of our newest developed holes. We've put a lake in there and joined it up with a sister lake at the side of the green, and it actually forces you into playing a fantastic shot. You have to hit a really good, well-struck shot to get onto the green, otherwise you're going to be in the water and taking a penalty stroke. So it's a good opportunity to have a bit of banter with your friends if you're playing a bounce match, but it concentrates the mind. If you're in a competition like you are today, you have to hit that green, so it's a terrific hole. The next one is the 8th, which is pretty famous for the fact that we've got a green called the Mackenzie green, which is a double tier green. Pin position today is at the top of the double tier, and there's a huge slope leading up to that pin position, so if you don't get up on that top level today, you're going to be facing 3 putts if you're not careful. I'm supposed to be playing about 20 to 1, so I better not be late because I might get disqualified, so I'm going to concentrate on my golf once I finish this interview.
Well done to Bill and the team for getting this course into such fantastic condition for today's tournament. Now on the 16th, Stephen Lease, third shot, 29 points already, going along nicely, needs a strong finish. A solid shot into the middle of the green, would go on to score an impressive 33 points and join the logjam in tied 10th place. Yeah, we've got a bit of a scrum going on at the bottom of the leaderboard, certainly heading for a shootout in that department. Now then, Mark Hallam has scrambled well today, 23 through 11 holes, and he's got a scramble again here. Yeah, putt for par. Oh dear, well that could be problems. He may miss out. And as the rain pours down yet again, the golfer's doing the right thing, Matt. Yeah, absolutely. Just got to take a little bit more time here and lean on your caddy. The unique bit about, one of the unique bits about the Trilby Tour is every player's got a caddy out there, and this is where they really earn their money. Now, a tough day for our cameraman. Grey skies, water on the lens, but not a tough day for our golfer. Yeah, smiles all round from Gary Satchwell, absolutely flying. Now, tricky lie here for Luke Clements with his second at the par 4 16th. Yeah, 29 points through 15 holes. Just needs to get a little bit of a wriggle on. Ball above his feet, you'd expect to see it turning to the left in the air. Yeah, that little bit of draw spin just helping it chase up on the front third of the green, giving himself a good birdie opportunity. Now, Hallam, a little bit of tidying up to do. About 6 or 7 feet, just going to come off the left-hand side. Good positive stroke, and buries it in the back of the hole. Yeah, aggression like that and great tidy-up work from Hallam really underpinned his round. 37 points in the end, and a tie for second place along with Chris Ashworth, who's already back in the clubhouse. Matt Tracy then, another man on that 33-point mark. More and more players going through into what could be a shootout for top 10. What could be a shootout with half the field at this rate. Now another man from Leicestershire doing well at the Nottinghamshire. There's quite a few of them at the top of the leaderboard. Yeah, 30 points through 15 holes, so effectively level par. Great touch there. And David Mitchell's wonderful short game coming to the fore, and I think he's still feeling the pressure, even well into the round. Now that was at 16, and also at 16 earlier on today, Luke Clements looking to try and benefit from that fantastic approach. Yeah, it really was a stunning shot from a tough lie. Go on. Oh dear. Clements just tidying up with that ever popular wide stance putting action. And he would go on to score 34 points, and Luke Clements very happily moves to Stoke Park in our World Final. Yeah, good work from Luke today. Now then, Gary Satchwell Rather like David Mitchell, a little bit unconventional with his golf, but his short game, usually good.
Yeah, and a big putt this.
Oh.
Fantastic way to end the front 9.
And Gary Satchwell marches on. No rain is going to stop him. Now, recognise this face, Matt, from Donington Grove?
I do indeed. Last year's Berkshire champion. It's hiding today. It's a trick shot over the sponsors' boards, between the flags.
Well done, Nigel Blackford. And in his group, Richard Scott. And this was what Richard did earlier at the 9th. Lovely touch from him.
Yeah, super touch. 16 points through 8 holes, so chipping along very nicely.
And Nigel was so solid with his putting last year. I mean, that was a feature of him winning that Berkshire title, but just didn't quite get it together today. But it was still good enough to amass a decent score. And a familiar face on the Trilby Tour would be familiar at the World Championship final at Stoke Park. Nigel Blackford, the 11 handicapper from the Kingfisher Golf Centre, through on 34 points.
Yeah, and that experience from playing last year will hold him in great stead.
And he knows what to do. Quick look at the leaderboard as he comes off the 18th.
An experienced Trilby Tourian there.
A solid 33 points in the end for Richard Scott. Meanwhile, back at the 18th, William is indulging in a spot of counselling, Trilby style.
Kevin, you've just come in. How'd it go out there?
Really, really badly. 27 points, I think 36 what I wanted. I was way short. Way short.
What went wrong?
Just about everything. Tee shots, hooking, second shots, shanking. My putting were okay. I kept my putts low.
I'm glad to hear it.
That's all I could do, I think. But yeah, a good time. Roll on next year.
So you've disgraced your family again this year?
Always, yeah. They don't even look at me. They're disgusted in me. But it's nothing new.
And will you start planning next year now?
I'm doing it already. I'm trying to stop hooking. The girlfriend's given me a few tips, and she says it's just I'm not a lost cause, but I'm close to it. She's a dart player, so she says if I can keep my drives as straight as they are, I'll be okay.
She's throwing from 8 feet away.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, if I can get my drives that far, I'd be happy. Really would.
Kevin, thanks for coming.
No problem. Thank you very much indeed, William.
Nice one, Kevin, but still no ding-dong for Mr. Bell, I'm afraid, on the Trilby Tour. Now then, Kevin Thompson lining up this one at the 12th. He fancies it.
Yeah, putt for par. Slightly downhill, slightly off the right-hand side. Just got to be a little bit careful. Kind of putt that can get away from you if it misses the hole.
Get it.
God. Oh, yes. That's important. Now, unfortunately, he'll only go on to score 32 points and not qualify. Certainly enjoyed his day.
Great celebrations from Thompson, but in the end didn't quite do it. So Gary Satchwell at 18, putt for birdie.
Yeah, this to take the clubhouse lead in 38 points. Oh,
yeah.
Yes, left himself in the perfect position. 8 feet straight back up the hill and straight to the bottom of the hole.
Yeah, top scoring regulation takes over from Chris Ashworth and Mark Hallam on 37 points. Satchwell going to the playoff, and a few guys getting close, but no cigar today. Callum Fern amongst those names, going well through 15.
Yeah, but needs to make something happen in these last 3 holes. Tough hole with 16th, great approach, and that's an opportunity.
Unfortunately, an opportunity that young Callum didn't take. Ended up on 32 points, but the last group of the day at 18, and Johnny Quinn has a chance to really spoil the party for a few people.
Oh, look at that, beautiful control. Lovely little bit of spin there. It's going to leave him about 4.5 feet for a par. Now, at this point, we reach for the Trilby Tour calculator, because Mitchell has a putt to move to 36 points, which knocks all the 35s out and means there's no shootout for a playoff, and that's exactly what he's done.
Oh, and he's just spoilt the day for a lot of players, David Mitchell, so claims that 4th place for himself on 36 points. And what can Johnny Quinn do?
Yeah, now talk about spoiling the day. This for 34 points. This knocks out the massive logjam we've got on 33. Oh, and that was to book his place in the World Final. And now it really is a shootout with half the field, it feels like, on 33 points. Yeah, in fact, we're going to see a shootout from 7 players with only 1 spot available, and every picture tells a story, and that tells us it's shootout time.
Well, quite right, Matt, and in the end the quality was delivered by Johnny Quinn, Dennis Colvine and Vince Smith.
Yeah, only 3 of the 7 players finding the green. Great little opener there from Quinn. Still be reeling after missing that putt on 18. Colvine moving this in from right to left. It's going to need a favourable bounce. Oh, and that's exactly what it gets. Another one of these great made-up holes. Players coming off the first tee onto the 18th green. Now Vince Smith loving it in the air. It's all over the flag. Oh, and only the spin beats him.
Great result for Dennis Colvine, earning his place at the big showdown at Stoke Park come the end of the season alongside Clements, Blackford, Kohler, Clark and Haggerty, while heartbreaker David Mitchell grabs 4th all for himself, joining Mark Hallam, Chris Ashworth and top scorer on the course today, Gary Satchwell. The top 4 head to the first playoff hole where no quarter will be asked or given. It's winner-takes-all golf action coming right up on Sky Sports after the break.
The perfect gentleman's playground. William Hunt Savile Row sponsors the Trilby Tour.
Welcome back to the Nottinghamshire Golf and Country Club. This week's top 4 winner-takes-all Trilby Tour dust-up is about to get underway. So for Messrs Mitchell, Hallam, Ashworth and Satchwell, it's playoff time.
Ladies and gentlemen, on this hole, Mr. Gary Satchwell and David Mitchell receiving 1 stroke.
It's time to get this playoff underway and time to meet the main men.
Gary Satchwell, age 50, and represent Kirby Muxloe in Leicestershire. I'm absolutely over the moon. Never ever thought I'd shoot that, but I can cope in windy conditions, and the conditions today I'm not too bad in. So my strength on the course is basically me. I've got a decent short game. I'm not too good off the tee. I've got away with a few wayward shots today, but made up for it after that. I'm just chipping and putting, and finished on the last with a birdie, and that's how I've done it. Obviously all day, so it's just gone really tremendously well today.
Well, it looks a little nervous, but it's all okay according to the marshals.
Mr. Mark Hallam.
Mark Hallam, age 44, Witchwood Park Golf Club. I'm a huge Leicester City fan, believe it or not, so everybody in Nottingham would love that. But no, I enjoy watching football, and I used to play football as well. I'm head of marketing for Swinton Insurance.
Next up to the tee, Mr. Chris Ashworth.
Chris Ashworth, age 38, Pinkley Golf Club, Leicestershire. 37 points today was much more than I expected. A lot of golf been cancelled lately, and I had a disastrous first Trilby Tour last year, so no expectations whatsoever today, which I think helped. Last year I think I went the first 4 or 5 holes without scoring any points, and sort of going through my mind at the time was I could be the first Trilby Tourian ever not to score a point. What brought me back was just the atmosphere, the quality of the day, and yeah, once you've done it you can't miss it.
And next up to the tee, Mr. David Mitchell.
David Mitchell, 46, from Kirby Muxloe Golf Club in Leicestershire. I've not had time to think about it, so I've never been in this position before, and just love to get out there and get on with it.
What would it mean if you won?
Lifelong ambition.
The playoff is away, and Matt, 2 conventional swings, 2 interesting swings.
Yeah, absolutely. Takes all sorts in this game. Drive for show, chip and putt for dough is the saying, and that's going to be very evident this week. Now, players have hit great opening tee shots and fantastic second shots, and all 4 players have left themselves in a great position, and it really will become a wedge and putting competition from here on this opening hole. It just looks to be on a good line.
Yeah, that'll do nicely for David Mitchell. Can anyone match him? Can anyone better him? That's the name of the game right now.
It's a brave leave under the flag, so bringing the water into play, but it's going to give him the best putt back up the green. Can afford to be aggressive. Gary Satchwell, again looking straight down the flag, looks to have shoved this right.
Oh, and he has.
Yeah, I think that's in the ditch, unfortunately.
Trouble for Satchwell then on playoff hole 1. Chris Ashworth and Mark Hallam still to hit.
Ashworth, very orthodox looking action. Very, very good wedge player. And if he can keep his rhythm like that throughout the playoff, he's definitely going to be the man to beat. Just getting hurt by the spin, just takes it back onto the fringe.
It's okay though, we always look at these fantastic shots, but that had a nice sound to it as well. And William watches on, up goes the quiet please. It's Mark Hallam's turn.
Yeah, just found the semi-rough on the left, could be an advantage this, should just take some of the spin off. Another player looks to have struck it well, and again looks to be on a good line.
And back it comes.
Oh, look at that, even out of the semi, getting a massive amount of spin. So quality of strike there of the highest order.
And the gallery move on to playoff hole 1. They've done well to brave the weather today. Chris Ashworth, the first man with a chance to take the lead at 1 under.
Yeah, I'm going to give the other two a great read as well. Just a little bit tentative.
Yeah, tapped it in for level. But remember, Mitchell has a shot, Satchwell has a shot, so you know that may not stay as it is. Mark Hallam then, with a chance to take the lead on his own.
Same line, same pace, should have learnt plenty off the first one. Oh, and a much better attempt. Unlucky there, but another solid par. Currently joint playoff leader on level par.
Now here's the man with a big chance, gets a shot on this hole, does David Mitchell, so this for a big lead.
Just looks a little tentative, maybe understandably, maybe thinking about that shot, doesn't want to do anything rash, no rush of the blood, but our first man into red figures.
Mitchell's post putt limbo, not able to force it into the hole, and Satchwell took a drop, so this to stay in touch, not quite, and unfortunately for Gary Satchwell, playoff hole number 1 in the Trilby Tour Championship of Nottinghamshire. Not a happy hunting ground, +1 and last place. So off we go to the spectacular second, and William is on the tee with the boys.
Mr. Mitchell, leader of the pack.
Yes.
How's that feel?
No different. No different to any other time today.
You're playing the strong mind game, yeah? You keep putting that out of your mind?
Yep.
1 hole at a time?
Correct.
And the plan for this hole?
Try and get it on the green, not miss it like I did this morning.
Okay, so room for improvement.
Correct.
And still plenty of room for improvement. Watching this one with a very worried expression, but it's okay, it's playable.
Level after 1?
Yep.
Happy with that?
Very, very happy.
Will you take another level here? Take another par?
Most definitely, yeah. Yeah, I did get a birdie on it this morning, so.
Big talk.
Looks good. And well done to Mark. I believe they call that talking the talk and walking the walk.
Level after 1. Happy with that?
I am, yes. Tough 5 today, that into the wind.
And this hole?
We made 3 this morning. Just missed the green long and right, but chipped and putted, so hopefully we'll hit the dance floor this time. Oh, all day, yeah, absolutely.
Another great strike. I think Mr. Hallam's going to have some company on the green, and that leaves one more man to tee it up.
What's the plan of this hole?
Hole in one. The plan is to get on the green and hopefully come away with a par.
How did you score on this hole before?
I had a par.
Okay,
So
you take that now?
I would take that now and walk away nicely with it.
Well done, Gary, keeping the ambitions nice and high at this spectacular second playoff hole.
Yeah, a player would be happy with anything between a 1 and a 3. I think dry land right now would be goal number 1. And this really is one of the stunning holes out here, and that's not great. No, in fact, that's horrendous. That's in a hole, in a big wet hole, and that could be curtains for his playoff.
And while the players make their way to the green, we'll make our way to a break. More action from the playoff coming right up.
The perfect gentleman's playground. William Hunt Savile Row sponsors the Trilby Tour.
Welcome back to the Nottinghamshire and the eponymous championship on the Trilby Tour. And the second has already claimed a victim. And Matt Woods, let's just remind the viewers exactly what happened before the break. Gary Satchwell in trouble.
Yeah, unfortunately just got a little quick. Backswing got short, caught the ground before the golf ball. And it was only ever ending in one position. And now he needs a miracle to stay in this. Really no worse than 2 from here. Drags it left. And unfortunately for him, would go on and make a 5.
So +3 for Satchwell. And as Matt said before the break, that probably is curtains for him in this Trilby Tour playoff. Now for David Mitchell, still in play. And despite the effort on that chip, well, still has chances.
He has been chipping the ball beautifully all day. 1 under, still leading by 1. So as long as he takes no more than 2 from here, he's going to be thereabouts. A good looking putt. Oh dear. And he's got to tap that in. That'll be a 4. Takes him to level par. And using his handicap and shots well in this playoff.
Yet again though, comes down to a putting contest. Mark Hallam for birdie, and he hasn't hit that at all. That's a frustrating one. Are the nerves kicking in big time here on the second playoff hole?
Yeah, surprised to see that. Great putt on the first hole. Had lovely pace. Just saw it running those few inches past the hole, and he knows. Now Ashworth, 12 feet back up the green, should just come off the left hand side, can afford to be aggressive.
Oh no,
that is a disaster.
That's a shocker of a putt. Well, by his own admittance, great with the wedge, he's not great with the short stick, and he's proved it just there. What a shame for Ashworth when the door, Matt, was wide open.
Yeah, absolutely, good player, he'll know that. But again, another player on level par, all still to play for. Hallam, a little bit of tidying up, also on level par, and the excitement builds with 1 hole to play.
Managed to hold their nerve from 4 feet, and we march on to playoff hole 3, still none the wiser, and 3 men in contention.
First up to the tee, Mr. Mark Hallam.
Still level, still in it.
Yeah, most definitely.
There's 3 men on level par now, so what do you think is going to win this?
I think 1 under will win this.
Will that be you?
I hope so, yeah, definitely. Birdied it this afternoon, so hopefully again.
Level, and?
I'd put that one out.
Yeah.
Did the hard work.
You did. So don't really need them 4-footers, do you, when the television cameras are on you?
No, not when the first one's a 12-footer, no.
Yeah. So what's the plan on this hole?
Same as Mark, really. If I can do what I did this morning, we made nice 3 this morning, that will, I'll be happy with that.
Do you think that'll win it for you?
I think that'd win it for whoever makes 3 up here. Pressure's on now.
You were in the lead, you let it slip away a little bit there. Can you stop the rot and gain a bit of momentum?
Yeah, no problem. Big pull this morning. Aimed out right, stayed right. So, schoolboy error. There we go. Got up and down for 4, so it's not too bad.
Well, that was supposed to be a description of his tee shot earlier today. Unfortunately for David, it's a prediction. That one's gone right as well.
He's backing out of that early, that's high and wide, and luckily for him, the 14th hole's out there, so he may still have a shot. Now 18, normally a par 5, due to the weather, had to be shortened today. That's why we're seeing iron off the tee and a wedge in, but Hallam is in position A1. Just in the right hand side, shooting back to that back left flag, and have a look at this.
Oh, this is fantastic. And once again, Matt, it's been the story of this playoff. Short game is going to tell us who will win, and a very happy Hallam lays down the challenge. It's a bit of Trilby Tour poker at the moment.
Yeah, now Ashworth, again, just finding the left hand side of the fairway, looking straight down the flag. Got to be careful, this will definitely spin. It's been striking the ball beautifully. Oh, gets in. Oh, have a look at that. Crowd loving it. There's some nerves out there.
This is dream golf, and Ashworth raises the stakes. Mitchell still in play.
Yeah, missed the fairway comfortably on the right hand side, but we'll have a great shot up the green. Oh, and look at this.
Look at this. Exquisite golf from the three men that could still take this Trilby Tour Nottinghamshire title, and Williams thinking, are we going back to the tee again for another week?
Now Mitchell, big putt's going to move off the right hand side. You've got to think one of these three guys is going to hole it. Oh, even with the little lean it doesn't get there. It's a good 4 off that tee shot.
So Mitchell to tap in. This may not be over and done with, but for the moment a little look back at the other two in contention.
Calm and confident. Reminds me of Tom Watson on the 17th at Pebble Beach. Now Hallam, birdie putt off the left. Oh dear.
And that means Chris Ashworth's putt has taken on a whole different meaning, Matt. This isn't for a tie, this is for the Championship of Nottinghamshire.
And after that stunning second, he could not have left himself in a better position. 6 feet straight back up the hill, maybe a fraction off the right.
In it goes, and we've got our champion here at the Nottinghamshire, and Williams loving it, and why not, Matt? This has been playoff of the season so far.
Absolutely, 3 players at the top of their game, performing in front of the cameras. We've had the ball spinning around the hole, and a fantastic putt for our champion.
Regional champion number 7. Well done, Chris Ashworth, and on we march. 7 down and 3 to go before our Trilby Tour World Championship lineup is complete for the big show at Stoke Park. And remember, Mondays 7 p.m. on Sky Sports is Trilby time as the whole story unfolds. But for now, it's congratulations to Chris, wife Kerry and daughter Daisy leading the cheers. Let's hear from the winner.
You must be on cloud 9.
Absolutely, it's not sunk in yet. It really hasn't. All day I've been far more relaxed than I normally am, and I think it's just because I just came here to play today. Qualifying would have been a bonus, but to win like that, yeah, couldn't ask for more.
And what were you thinking as you stood over your ball with your shot into the green, knowing there were 3 of you in with a shout?
I was thinking I was a bit further up than I'd liked. I hit a good shot in this morning, 90 yards, but the wind's picked up a little bit. So I didn't know if it was going to be too much when I fired into the pin there, but yeah, touch wood, it came off okay and we got the putt. I'm not known for being the most excitable person in the world, but no, trust me, inside, jumping up and down. For Daisy to be here and Kerry to be here, that just, yeah, tops it off. Greatest achievement of my sporting career by far.
It goes without saying that our shot of the day featured in the Champions interview, so we go straight to Rogues Gallery for our weekly serving of outrageous misfortune.
Taxi for Phillips.
Now, as promised earlier in the show, here's Wayne.
Wayne, father of Craig. It's your chance to speak now. Yeah. When you see this in front of you, then you speak, okay? Right, let's go again.
Too busy watching Grandma.
Over the years of Rogues Gallery, they don't get much better than this. Oh, priceless. Here's William.
The way the Trilby Tour's gone this year is just nothing short of, you know, phenomenal. So I love seeing the players come back. That's what I really enjoy. There's guys here, Gary Barton, 8 times he's played now. Ian Marshall, 52 times, and still can't get anywhere. We're amateur golfers, having great fun, great times. some of the winners cry, some of the winners laugh, some of the winners, they keep it to themselves. Today's winner was a straight up guy, and you know, he walked off with his family, and he was in bits afterwards. You know, I saw him in bits. The magnitude of what he'd just done hit him. I'm bowled over by the effort these guys made today. I thanked each and every one of the green staff individually because they deserved it. What a job. I mean, the place was washed out 3 days ago. Everyone said us cancel it, call it off. Now this is the Trilby Tour. There's nothing you can do about it.
And so say all of us. Next week we head to Fox Hills for the Trilby Tour Championship of Surrey. For more information, go to www.williamhunttrilbytour.com. And don't even think about going anywhere. The last word from William this week coming up at the end of the credits.
That should get you on the telly.
William Hunt Savile sponsors of the Trilby Tour. The perfect gentleman's playground.